Hi, it's Thomas Bartke, and in this video I will explain the different private funds programs that are available in Home Seller Assist. To learn more, go to www.sellerfunding.biz. The private fund programs in Home Seller Assist are designed to facilitate flips to end-user buyers. In a flip transaction, an investor, that's you, finds a good undervalued deal and puts it under contract, and then sells it immediately to a third-party end buyer. And to take out as much as possible of the risk that would be involved in buying, holding, and selling a property, the purchase and sale happen at the same time. Now, let me just briefly mention that there are lots of flip transactions being closed every day that do not require any financing or funds on the investor's part at all. For example, if you put an undervalued property under contract to flip it to a rehabber who is a cash buyer or uses hard money lenders to close. In that case, you can typically get paid an assignment fee by the buyer, which will be paid on top of your contract price with the seller. So that's an example where you wouldn't need any funds to close the transaction. You just get paid either up front or at closing. However, certain flip transactions do require you to close on the purchase first before you can sell the property to your end buyer. And that's where Home Seller Assist's funds for flips come in. You use them in any situation where you structure the flip as two separate closings that can happen immediately one after the other. The problem is that in that case, you cannot use the funds that are coming from your end buyer and their financing to fund your first closing with the seller. So instead, you will fund the first closing with these funds for flips. Once the second transaction closes, the funds for flips get paid off. This will typically happen on the same day. So just like in a wholesale flip transaction, you have to have your end buyer lined up and ready to close before you can close on the purchase transaction with the funds for flips. Short sales are a great example for this type of transaction, but it can apply to any flip transaction that you need to structure with two back-to-back closings. The second program that you have access to in Home Seller Assist is the Earned Down Payment Program. By the way, this is not an official name, that's just what I call it, but the name captures pretty much what the program does. It allows you to work with A-credit buyers who don't have a down payment or enough of a down payment. In that case, the cash that's missing in the buyer's down payment is coming from the seller's equity or your spread in the deal, depending on how you look at it. Earned down payment could be used in combination with funds for flips. That way, you could flip a short sale to an A-credit buyer who lacks a down payment. The down payment comes out of the equity of the house. The third program is temporary owner financing, and that's kind of the original Home Seller Assist program. In this program, you or the seller will provide owner financing to the end buyer. The end buyer can have down to C credit to be able to still qualify for this program. And then shortly after the closing, the owner finance note will be purchased. This program cannot be combined with the Earned Down Payment program, but it could be combined with the Funds for Flips program to facilitate short sale or REO flips to end buyers with C credit or better. For more free videos, visit sellerfunding.biz. If you're watching this video on YouTube or one of the other video sharing sites, you may find a clickable link in the info box, for example, right here on YouTube. Or you may also be able, for example, here on Meta Cafe, to see the link, and you can just go ahead and copy it and paste it into your browser, and that will take you over to our site where you can access the program and register for more free videos. Thanks for watching. This is Thomas Bartke. Disclaimer. This video is a review of certain features of the Home Seller Assist Real Estate and Private Funding Program. The reviewer is not an attorney or accountant and does not provide legal or tax advice. This review is not approved or authorized by John Alexander or Home Seller Assist. It is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. All opinions of the reviewer expressed in this video are subjective in nature. They are believed to be well researched and accurate, but should not be relied upon for the purpose of making any investment decisions.